March 24, 2025. Daily Bread. Passage. 2 Kings chapter 5 verse 15 to 27. Key verse. Verse 15. Title: There is no God except in Israel. Then he returned to the man of God, he and all his company, and he came and stood before him. And he said, Behold, I know that there is no God in all the earth but in Israel, so accept now a present from your servant. But he said, As the Lord lives, before whom I stand, I will receive none. And he urged him to take it, but he refused. Then Naaman said, If not, please let there be given to your servant 2 meal loads of earth, for from now on your servant will not offer burnt offering or sacrifice to any god but the Lord. In this matter may the Lord pardon your servant, when my master goes into the house of Rimmon to worship there, leaning on my arm, and I bow myself in the house of Rimmon. When I bow myself in the house of Rimmon, the Lord pardon your servant in this matter. He said to him, Go in peace. But when Naaman had gone from him a short distance, Gehazi, the servant of Elisha the man of God, said, See, my master has spared this Naaman the Syrian, in not accepting from his hand what he brought. As the Lord lives, I will run after him and get something from him. So Gehazi followed Naaman. And when Naaman saw someone running after him, he got down from the chariot to meet him and said, Is all well? And he said, All is well. My master has sent me to say, There have just now come to me from the hill country of Ephraim 2 young men of the sons of the prophets. Please give them a talent of silver and 2 changes of clothing. And Naaman said, Be pleased to accept 2 talents. And he urged him and tied up 2 talents of silver in 2 bags, with 2 changes of clothing, and laid them on 2 of his servants. And they carried them before Gehazi. And when he came to the hill, he took them from their hand and put them in the house, and he sent the men away, and they departed. He went in and stood before his master, and Elisha said to him, Where have you been, Gehazi? And he said, Your servant went nowhere. But he said to him, Did not my heart go when the man turned from his chariot to meet you? Was it a time to accept money and garments, olive orchards and vineyards, sheep and oxen, male servants and female servants? Therefore the leprosy of Naaman shall cling to you and to your descendants forever. So he went out from his presence a leper like snow. Daily Bread Message. After experiencing God's healing power, Naaman returned to Elisha. He had received more than just healing from leprosy. His spiritual eyes were opened. He met the living God. Naaman showed his gratitude by offering Elisha a gift, but the prophet refused. Naaman then vowed to worship the Lord only. He only asked forgiveness for when he had to join his master at the temple of his God. Naaman was no longer an angry man filled with rage. He was a grateful recipient of God's blessing and a true worshipper of the Lord. He was a new person, healed in every way. Elisha sent him away in peace. When Gehazi saw the rich gifts which Elisha had refused, he decided that the opportunity was too good to miss. So he ran after Naaman and asked him for a talent of silver and 2 sets of clothing. He had seen the overflowing blessing of the Lord, but he only sought gain for himself. He tried to conceal what he had done, but God cannot be deceived. As a result of his selfish indulgence, Naaman's leprosy afflicted Gehazi. Prayer. Lord, help me to worship you only. Protect me from the temptation to gain small things in this world. Help me to know the greatness of your blessing. One word. Worship God only.